This is process of alchemy in which you take the raw materials of the story, you give it a structure, you give it narrative, you make it plausible, you make it relatable. And when somebody tells you that this is a memoir as opposed to a work of fiction, they are basically trying to uh, reduce all your process. They're trying to take away what you have done with it. They're just
Right.
pretending that you are transcribing what happened. So exquisite cadavers was the kind of experiment. What happens is that you have a left margin here and there's a story here. So the left margins are the story that is happening in my life. um, and on the right is the kind of story that I'm projecting, because I don't want to say that what I write has nothing to do with my life. There are experiences that happen in my life, and in some way they influence the characters I'm writing. So the story is about a Tunisian filmmaker, Karim, and he's married to this British woman called Maya, uh, who is a designer, a layout artist, and the book. I mean, there are things that I go through in my couple. For instance, like we were living in Britain, just going through Brexit. My partner's a European, and like there was so much anti-European sentiment at that point. And the way this was affecting our life, and the way it was getting projected in fiction, because of course nobody's a European, but you find a lot of Islamophobia playing out. So it's like you go through a certain set of and again another thing was in my personal life. The book was being written in 2018, and one of my good friends, Rona Wilson, got arrested under the UAPA. And the part of the Bhima Koregaon case. And when this is happening, the characters in the novel also take a turn, because Karim, who's a filmmaker, finds that he has to go back home because his brother has been picked up by the Tunisian police, because the Tunisian police, after the Arab Revolution, becomes more and more oppressive, and they start a crackdown on actors and artists and activists. So it's like, it was like maintaining a diary of your life. And it's very interesting, even as a writer, to see the process, right, of what happens in your life and how that gets distilled into fiction, how it gets projected into fiction. What do you put in? What do you leave out? So yeah, that explains the book.